But those of you who don't know me, my name is Antoinette Peragine. Those of you from Brooklyn might know me as Antoinette Peragine. I wish I was kidding. It's very tough growing up in Brooklyn. I had that name by the time my mother brought me home from the hospital. I was little baby Antoine. It's tough. I can remember getting up to bat in softball. I used to play for St. Francis Cabrini. And I could fucking play, let me tell you. I get up to bat, it'd be like 2 out, bases loaded. I'm like in the throes of puberty. It's like your one moment to shine in your young life. And just as I'm about to swing, I hear, Antoine, knock it out of here! Peragine, show them what you're made of! Those nuns were animals. And everybody you knew was sitting behind you in the bleachers. I mean, everybody. My entire family was there. That's because none of them worked. They were all retired. I have a 95-year-old Italian grandmother there, 3.5 feet tall with the rosary, praying for a shutout. You know? My mother would be there passing out lasagna. She'd be like, how many you want? 1, 2? And then she's like, Antoinette, I got the corner slice. I'm like, Mom, I'm up in bed. The fucking lasagna vendor. And of course my dad would be there. The ever-critical father figure. He was very tough on me. You know, I don't want to bring you down. He used to stare at me. He'd like stare at the field, he'd stare at me. Just looking to find fault. You know? I remember once when I was trying to do something, he'd say to me, what's the matter with you? There's something wrong with the way your mind thinks. But thank God my sister Maria would come to my defense. She's like, Dad, learning how to walk takes time. He used to get very frustrated with me, you know? He'd like wipe his hands on my bib and walk away. And of course my Aunt Josephine would be at every game. Everybody has an Aunt Josephine. Aunt Josephine is one of those people that knows everything. No matter what you say to my Aunt Josephine, her response is always, no, I know. No, I know. Try to have a conversation with that. I have a very good friend who works for NASA. All right? He's like, what, I can't have a friend who works for NASA. Anyway, this friend from NASA calls me up the day that NASA space probe discovered that Pluto's not a planet. Do you remember this? I was psyched, because I love that space shit. I think I'm Barbarella to begin with. So I'm in Brooklyn, right? And I run out to the stoop, and then Aunt Josephine is out there with 14 of the other neighbors, and they're all smoking. And I'm like, you guys, you're not going to believe what I just found out. I just found out that they just discovered that Pluto is not a planet. And you know what Aunt Josephine says? Now I know. I'm like, you can't know. Nobody knows. Only NASA. Now I know. I'm like, how could you know? What are you, an astronomer now? Who are you, Copernicus? And if you knew, why didn't you fucking tell somebody? And they're all nodding. Turns out they all knew. All the fucking geniuses who never left the stoop. She's still talking about the movie The Titanic. She talks about it like she produced it. The Titanic! That's a very good movie, The Titanic. With that boat. What do you fucking say to that? And she's like, and now water. She's like, that water was deep. It was so deep, it was too deep. And then she leans in, like she's going to share with me something very private, you know, and personal. She says, you know, that was a very dangerous shoot for Leo. I'm like, oh yeah, Aunt Copernicus, why don't you enlighten me as to the dangers Leo faced? Because that water was cold. It was so cold, it was too cold. And every time I go back there, she tries to get me to go to Nick's 99-cent store. Right? This one time, first of all, this place is in like the heart of Bensonhurst. So this time I thought to myself, you know, I majored in anthropology. This is as close to an archaeological dig as I'm going to get. So I fucking go with her to my Nick's 99-cent store. Okay? And the place is packed. Packed! Right? So I make my way through the John Waters dream sequence in the front of the store. Right? And I'm in like the back of the store in like the plastic toy soldier aisle. Right? And all of a sudden, I hear like a commotion going on. And I'm like, something terrible must have happened. I'm thinking maybe there was another terrorist attack. Something horrible was going on in the front of the store. I'm thinking, maybe Russia invaded Georgia? I get to the front of the store, and it's Aunt Josephine talking to the owner. She's like, what happened, Nick? What, no more? You used to carry it. What, no more Fabrice? What happened, Nick? You used to carry it. What, no more? And then everybody chimes in. And everybody's carrying on about the Fabrice. And I'm thinking to myself, how long can this fucking go on? And it's starting to get heated. And then they're all looking at me. So I got the fuck out of there with my life. And a bottle of Fabrice. That fucking shit's good. I started going to therapy. You know, and I don't know, I think it's working. I feel like I'm really helping her. It's actually not even a joke. That's the scary part. I tell this woman my observations about the challenges that I'm faced with and the issues that I'm trying to work through. She actually says to me, wow, I never thought about it quite like that. That's very interesting. And I think to myself, that's not good, is it? So eventually I had to stop. She wasn't making enough progress.